things. Today's episode, I think I'm just going to do a little talk story. Might take forever, might be fast, but my little talk story is that I have to go to the doctor, but that's not until the night I met, I think, a vampire. Speaking about vampires, the talk story. See, the witch upstairs, I always refer to as the witch. I'm uncle, that's niece, but that niece has a lot of troubled history. But basically, she takes it out on everybody. And she's been taking it out on me for like about 30 years. So it's not that I'm just being a nasty name caller. And plus, I do believe there's some... We're going to get some that exorcism stuff. I'll tell you about it. I believe there's some stuff happening that will point to she's doing something bad like that thing. And sad note, my tortoise is gone, and either the tortoise escaped or someone came in because it's like the fence is broken. It's sad and personally makes me angry. Also, I'm attributing bad luck, things like that, and deaths of people that I know to the hex. So the field is high, it grows to this height of elephant's eye, and this would be the yard where my mom calls him Mr. T, but his real name is Tor, T-O-R, kind of short for tortoise. Craggy Rock. This is the witch area. Just an effed up person anyway, but there's definitely effed up stuff about that. Throw it down there. That's right. You see that car? That's supposed to be my mom's car. Actually, she had an older version, and by the new version, and it seemingly belongs to the witch. No one else can use that car but the witch. New washer and dryer, just broke the old one. New refrigerator, because the old one, I said you broke it. New washer and dryer, new refrigerator, new this, new that. The whole cost of a baby and a brand new sports car, Mercedes. She used my parents as a game show. And now for the zooms, let's find door number 3. Safety. Sort of. It's a truck, it's a car. Okay. So, Now that I started that topic, I might as well run with it. I've been learning on these channels. I'm supposed to be niched, and I'm obviously not niched. I'm multi-niched, which is the opposite of not being niched. Well, it's the opposite of being niched. The opposite of the not being niched would be being niched. Shut up and get on with it. Okay. But now that I have that span, let me turn this off quickly. And kind of have copyrighted music in the background. Okay, so now that I'm in this topic, it is that person is a bad person, and that's not just insults, because heck, man, insults. I've been given the business for, that's the shit. That's why my dad would say, I've been given the shaft to getting like horrible. It's mental, psychological abuse, and she abuses my mom, but it's called financial exploitation. And I was told, hey, why don't you report her abuse to the elderly? And I even told my mom that. It's like, hey, that would look bad. I was like, no, I want to help her. My mom calls it helping her out. I think my mom's under the spell. Enchantment. Checkbox, look that up. Oh. But instead of trying to explain myself and looking like a real freaking mean person, it's like, gee, I wonder what he thinks of me. God damn. Is that she's abusive to me. It's because I'm one of my mom's sons. And if I'm in the picture, I'm talking to my mom, I'm in the way of her success. And that's how she looks at it, like a big game show. She's got cars and money. She's, oh God. My mom doesn't have that much. That's her retirement stuff, and she doesn't have that much, She's old widow now. It's my dad, too. She shut right up one time with my dad, though. I think he was going to say, if you use language like that, I'm going to ship up a ship. He was going to kick her out of the house. And so, she shut the hell up then. So there's a lot of stuff, and I don't want to get too dark and obviously it's dark and negative. I don't want to be too dark and negative, but I'm just going to call her a witch, and she needs an exorcist. No, seriously. The thing about exorcism, because I mentioned it, and I might as well start it off here, because I open my mouth and the first thing in my mind, I'm going to the doctor. I'm not going to the doctor. I'm going to get blood sample. Can't video inside. Gonna get blood sample, and then they look at the sample, and they tell you, oh, look at the charts on the sample, and then they tell you what's off. That's how medicine is done these days. It's what they do. It's kind of fast food style. Get your blood test. You can't eat anything beforehand. It sucks, because I'm a snacker. Yes, I'm guilty of comfort food. I've elevated comfort food to a mortal sin. Because nobody loves me. You see, those are the mental frameworks that hexing will get you into. You feel bad about yourself, and you carry that, and you feel that towards others, the way you act with others. So I'll be pissy with my mom, and that's not good. But I'm pissy with my mom because she supports it, and it makes me angry. So I got resentments to my mom, low self-esteem. You can all just say, hey, I know what you can attribute that to, Keith. You've been quit drinking. Yeah, but 15 fucking years? And that's another hex. That's hex number 2 is, what's very sort of interesting is she was born, right? 1, out of wedlock, but 2, my sister gave birth to her for the sole reason, it took a long time to figure this out, and I used all my other sisters and stuff like that in advance. She was my one of my sisters. I'll be as vague as that. There's 3 sisters. Well, one of my sisters, she doesn't live in the island. Oops. Let out some info. But I'm trying to be anonymous because it's not the people, but people do bad things and bad, evil shit enters. And that's pretty much, that's one of those no shits. I'm looking at the paranormal stuff as, what are some things that are, to me, no shit? Like, I believe that. No shit. I mean, through, like, experiential. And this is one of them. People do bad things, and it's as if the devil goes, all right, now the door's open, I got the chance. It's like you left the door unlocked, the fence down, and burglars came in and started the thief. So, don't worry, this is an easy drive. It's early in the morning, and there's no one on the road except minor birds and some joggers. They're not on the road, but this is just a duck drive down a friggin' thing. So anyways, oh, baby carriage points. No, you see, I have a bad attitude towards little baby shit. I don't like little babies anyways. I think people, hey, look at my baby, it's the best in the whole wide world. Like, no, it's a freaking little baby. Get it the fuck out of my face. I don't want no liabilities. You know, I did the teacher thing. You know, there's liabilities, man. Just shove their baby in your face, and then the next thing they're suing. Oh, God. Anyways, sorry for the bumpy things. Obviously handheld. So, people do bad things, devil comes in, and then there's people who intently, on purpose, with the intention of contacting the devil to get powers or wealth. This is like the total sell your soul shit, you know? I mean, literally, this is what that stuff is. And here comes when you invite it. Never invite ghosts in. That's why spirit boards or Ouija boards are bad. You're inviting spirits. You're inviting them in. Hey, come on in. And they're not just dead granny going, here, I baked you some cookies. When you invite spirits in, you don't know what's coming in, and that's the trouble. That's why Catholic Church says, oh, that's a fucking no-no. So anyways, and of course, inviting the devil into your life is a bad thing too. Worm never dies. That stuff, might have to talk about that stuff too. Not in a preachy way, but like, what does it say rather than what do I say? So this is kind of getting ranty, and I'm not supposed to eat anything, but I could be drinking some water. So my sister got she was out doing modeling and went to this big parties all the time. So she was jet set life in the fast lane, drugs and alcohol and fast sex. That's just the way it is. Party on, right? Well, she was running out of money, so she begged and borrowed money from somebody who had lots of money. She went to Paris, went to these sleazy ass bars. Paris is a big city. Don't get in, oh, Paris. But there's a big city and a lot of sleazy fucking, you know, slut bars, really. And so she meets this guy who said he was a defender of Israel and a secret agent man. And she believed him. I say he dealt in arms just to get, you know, like drug money. Smoked a lot. He is since dead of throat cancer, so no smoking, kiddies. And I took the wrong turn, which is not behooving me whatsoever at this point. God. I took the automatic turn. I was on automatic. That's what I get. My fault there. I'm automatic drive. I'm going to church. The church is right over here too. So, but that's not the reason I got more churchy. I got more churchy because I went taking my mom and dad to church, because I'm the only one that would still go to church with them on Sunday. And basically they needed someone to drive them, as my dad was getting very incapacitated with emphysema. There's another one. Don't smoke the cigarettes, kiddies. Marijuana, whatever, but you're still smoking. Vaping, you're smoking, stupid. Yeah, it'll affect your lungs. Oh boy, this is turning into a long one. Ugh. That's okay. That little old lady was at the end of her life anyways. Now, I'm a cruel, mean son of a bitch with some of this dark humor, and I get that from a long time ago. Science and British humor. So, excuse the dark humor stuff, and I'm going to wait till this is green, because this is, as you can see, a really messed up. Oh, try it. And then that lane is this lane. There's like a 3 foot. There's a 3 foot on-ramp here. There's not even an on-ramp. It's like a, whatever you call it, ingress. You can digress, you can egress, and then you can ingress. And if you have ingress hairs, that's your problem. Okay, that's open. Oh, and thank God this little lane is open, because I basically went around the block. Pardon moi. And I think I'm getting to the parking lot from the other side now. Boy. So she went to Paris, and she purposely got knocked up by this sleazebag drug motherfucker, probably dealt in firearm deals. Because, when people are having wars, hey, man, just sell them guns. Just be a dealer. Don't deal drugs, deal guns. Oh, this is sucky. This is where I gotta go. There's a line around the block. 6 foot apart, motherfuckers. It's going to be longer to get in than it is to be inside. I can park here, but idiot. Look how people park. What the hell? What the hell's wrong with this? What the hell's wrong with this situation? Oh, they'll probably be gone. Looks like they're in the bread shop. I can't film inside anyways, and obviously I don't want to make this 2 hours. This is ranting on the dark side. This is what it is. It's like really not talk story. Okay, so I'm here to wait in line with this stupid ass thing. Alright, okay. Don't forget to put it in park. Okay, so she comes back in the year 1980, which I know seems like a long time ago for many of you folk, but for me, I was just getting my start at University of Southern California. I was doing well. I was fine. Coming back from USC, first semester, brother in the back seat, parents driving, back from the airport. My kid brother looks at me and says, hey, guess what? Blap blap. My sister is pregnant. My jaw just dropped. She's pregnant. What the? It's the first crisis in her Brady Bunch kind of existence. The first major family type crisis. Now, I don't know. It probably rattled around in my brain. I went back to USC. And back at USC, I went more and more off the edge, drinking and drugging. Mostly drinking. And my grades went more and more off the track. This guy wants to be like a spectator. So I'm going to put up my keyboard, my clipboard. And my USC career went notch down, and next thing you know, I was failed. Then I was a failure, flunky after 5 semesters, and I went to a local university where my parents gave me the false hope. You can always build up your grades again. Yeah, right. Well,
that coincides with the year of her birth. So basically, my disastrous alcoholic drinking years, about 23 years, God help me. It's not 23 years, coincides with her existence. Now, I gotta be careful not to causation equals collaboration, cooperation, whatever it is, correlation. Correlation, because both happen at the same time, doesn't exactly mean causation. Yeah, but that's in science and factual stuff, and you're talking about psychology, emotional, that kind of stuff. Yeah, it played a big fucking part. And so, yes, it was a cause and it was an effect. So, at least in part, that's right. But I'm never going to blame my drinking on her. I'm just saying I'm blaming my drinking on her. Because after a while, it's my fault for just taking that way out voluntarily. But you lead you down the right. You make the wrong decision one time. You make the wrong decision. You keep going down that path. You can go down that path for years and years. That one moment when you make that wrong decision, going down that wrong path for years, will mess your life up. So be careful. I'm saying these things as my woe, but note of caution to self. So there it is. One thing is, but for all those years, there's something messed up with this girl who's now almost 40 with an illegitimate child of her own. There's something terribly wrong with her. And I'm told, not by my mom, as in, be nice to her. How can you be nice to her? How can you be nice to someone who's that wicked mean to you? And over decades, not 1 year, 2 years, not 3 times, not in the Bible, 70 times 7 you should forgive. This is decades of that. So, yeah, there's something. Now, to say that there's some factual basis to this is where I'm going at the moment. I won't get into explanation. It's just going to take so long. But I've had my father pass away, his dog pass away, my best beloved friend pass away, the other dog pass away, and now the tortoise. And these are all things that were close to me and dear to me in my life. I'm a target of a hex, and I know exactly where it's coming from. But I can't do anything about it, so well, this is something I can do about it, share the story. And so as far as paranormal things is, it's basically, that's the key element. It's not ghosts, it's not this, it's stuff like spirit attachment, hexes, this sort of thing. And so I've been battling back by doing the basic Catholic prayers and my AA prayers, and that's what I do and try to do good, try to stay on the good side. This doesn't always work. So when I slip in some of these things and I say, oh, the witch, I'm not just being an a-hole. Although, yeah, I guess I am being an a-hole, but, the justification over 30 years is, I'm just like, so what? But, gotta get out of that negativity towards her in return, because I think the Jesus quote is resist not evil, which is a very one I want to explore. Resist not evil, because when you resist it, you're doing the bad stuff yourself. You're fighting fire with fire, and that's bad news, because then you become if you strike me down, Luke, you'll become just like me. I feel your anger, Luke. Go for the dark side. There's little subtle warnings of that and everything. So anyhow, yeah, there's something to it. And then I'm saying that she needs definite psychological help, professional help. She needs professional help. She's never going to get it. She just self-medicates with marijuana. Nothing bad with marijuana, but it ain't going to make the big freaking underlying problem go away. That's the thing. And I think she does ritual stuff out in front of the house. I've seen things left behind. So she gets stoned and does ritual stuff. And I think she's putting curses doing that shit. Yeah. So, now that I make myself out to be a total quack, and I'm a real science guy too, so it's difficult for me to go this direction. And I told my sister and her son, my nephew, and they didn't believe me at first. And then she did it to them. Proof. It's not just me going crazy. Okay, so I think I'll stop here so far, because that's just a little much to digest. But there's where the exorcism material, I'm just going to explore more. She needs help, but I'll have to a little background. This is not something I'm making up, or I'm cuckoo, even though I make up stuff and I'm probably cuckoo. But I'm saying that something's real about this, and there's a little background. So I'm going with she needs compassion. She needs compassion I'm suggested as compassion, and just leave her alone. But she targets me, so it becomes a problem. And since the new refrigerator and the virus has kept her baby, her precious little manipulation tool away, that she now is revving up that stuff. And so now
But it's not embedded, it's just like.
Okay, if you're here for blood work, take out your ID.
wow. Whew, that was a long line. I felt sorry for the elderly standing there. And the sun was out too. I thought, oh, try silver lining. I'm gonna get some sun. And then, oh, I'm gonna get sunburned. Oh, my back hurts. Woohoo! Okay, glad that's over with. Back up from the holiday weekend and when the doctors reopened. And I got a picture of the COVID sign. Antibody testing. Limited, but there it is. $40. Jeez. Gonna wait till a doctor gets that, if any. Oh gosh, here we go.